New Kitty Hawk kit we're going to be looking at today. This time it's their 1/48 scale TF-9J kit. Now, one thing overall about the discovered about this kit is, in comparison to the other Kitty Hawk kits, this one's actually fairly less complex and a little more friendly to those who are a little less advanced in skill. Overall, the parts are usual Kitty Hawk quality, nicely engraved, fine detailing. One thing to note, though, here on the front fuselage nose part is they did not include the engraving for the boarding steps, so that's something you may need to either add or find some other way to do, but that's just one minor thing I noticed. Instrument panels are bare, as much like a lot of the Kitty Hawk kits. It's taken care of with photo etch. Seats are pretty standard and basic. Nothing really jumps out about them. Same with the cockpit tub detailing, again, as it's covered by a lot of photo etch. Moving on to the wings, again, nothing really jumps out as far as, things to watch out for. But again, as I said, the detailing is very nicely done. It also includes parts to do the wing folds, which is nice that they included. Moving on to the fuselage. Again, it's composed of several parts, sort of clamshelled together. Landing gear are pretty decently done, as well as some of the other fine bits and bobs. Here you can see the parts for the cap on the wing folds, which are fairly decently detailed. Could be a little better, though. Yeah, not a lot jumps out on this kit. It's definitely a lot more basic than their other releases. Here we have all the various ordnance that come with the kit. Fuel tanks, missiles, rocket pods, and so forth. Again, excuse me, pretty basic quality. Second one, it's just to my look like ever so slightly overscale, but it could just be my eyes. Moving on to the clear parts, this one unfortunately popped off, but seeing as it's the main canopy piece, you can see that it's nicely done. No mold seams, cleaning up, or anything like that. Here are the various other parts, again, all nicely cast. Does include a little nose weight here, but honestly I don't think that's going to cut it, as it does seem like it'll be a little bit of a tail sitter, so you'd probably want to add some more weight in addition to this. All the various foliage components for the dash as well as the side panels. Moving on to the decal options, we get a fairly large set on this kit, as well as the additional option to do the instrument panels as decals, which is nice. You're given several different versions, one Marines, one Navy, and one Argentinian Navy, as well as Blue Angel 7 jet. Moving on to the instructions sheet. Much like all of Kitty Hawk's recent releases, full color painting guide, which is always nice. Overall, in terms of assembly, the only sort of area that I see being potentially problematic is one, that you're given two different sets of seats, so you're going to want to make sure you're getting the right seat for the version you're building. And obviously, if you're building the earlier seat design, it's a little bit more involved. Other than that, the cockpit area being the one sort of exception to the amount of detailing you need to do, it's pretty straightforward for a Kitty Hawk kit. Definitely not as complex with terms of just a bunch of small parts you got to put together and make sure you do it in the right order and all that. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more, I guess you could say, beginner-friendly kit. Though, don't take that as me saying this is for beginners, as it's still more advanced. Definitely a kit for someone who's sort of looking to go a little further in their model building skills. But overall, though, yeah, it's a pretty straightforward build. I'm pleasantly surprised there. Again, no real sort of gotchas, and they also do include the munition guide. So, as I said, the last couple decals, the Blue Angel Jet Test Center kit, and obviously the Argentinian kit, or that kit, scheme, sorry. So, overall, I mean, this is definitely an interesting kit, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who's interested in sort of post-war, pre-Vietnam era jet aircraft for the U.S. Navy, but more generally, it's a great kit for someone who's looking to sort of take that next step and go from just sort of being a beginner level modeler and getting into more advanced techniques, as it provides a very nice sort of canvas to work with. So that was a look at Kitty Hawk's 1/48 scale TF-9J Cougar kit. Till next time.